like to welcome everybody to our class and I hope you'll have a good time. We're going to show you a project we have prepared for you which is called Christmas around the world. In this presentation, we're going on a trip around the globe to see how Christmas is celebrated around the world and what people are eating during these days. Sit back, relax and enjoy. United Kingdom. In the UK, families often celebrate Christmas together so they can watch each other open their presents. Most families have a Christmas tree or maybe even showing the house for Christmas. The decorating is usually a family occasion with everyone helping. Most villages, towns and cities are decorated with Christmas lights over Christmas. The most famous Christmas lights in the UK are in Oxford Street in London. Thousands of people go to watch the lights switch on around the beginning of November. Children write letters to Santa Claus, listing their requests, but sometimes instead of putting them in the post, the letters are tossed into the fireplace. Christmas crackers are typically put at the Christmas dinner table or at parties. In one version of the cracker tradition, the person with a larger portion of crackers empties the contents from the tube and keeps them. In another, each person will have their own cracker and will keep its contents regardless of whose end they were in. In the UK, the main Christmas meal is usually eaten at lunchtime or early afternoon on Christmas Day. It's normally roast turkey, roast vegetables and many other sides. Dessert is often Christmas pudding. Christmas in the USA. People in America like to decorate the outsides of their houses with lights and sometimes even statues of Santa Claus, snowmen and reindeer towns. And cities often decorate the streets with lights to celebrate Christmas. Perhaps the most famous Christmas street lights in the USA are the Rockefeller Center in New York, where there is a huge Christmas tree with a public ice skating rink in front of it over Christmas and the New Year. Now, about the food. The traditional meal for Western European families is turkey or ham with cranberry sauce. Families from Eastern European origins favor turkey with trimmings, kielbasi, a Polish sausage, also garbage dishes and soups. And some Italian families prefer lasagne.
Christmas in Spain. The Christmas season begins in Spain with a big draw on December 22nd. For Spanish people, Christmas is the most important fest of the year, followed by the New Year's Day and the Dia de Reyes. Christmas Eve is the evening that the whole family get together. The rooms are decorated with pine branches, beds and candles, giving a solemnity and color to the atmosphere. After the Christmas table, where local specialties are offered, followed by the Christmas operation. The famous rooster Misa del Gallo reminds the cock that according to the tradition was the first to announce the joyful message of the birth of Jesus. On January 5th, during the parade, people dress as the three wise men and other forms of religion throw sweets to the children. The festive period ends on January 6th, the day of Epiphany, during which the three wise men bring gifts to the children, always according to the tradition.
Christmas in Belgium. Children put their toys in front of the fireplace together with drink or biscuits from the Santa Claus. They might also leave a carrot for Santa Claus and something for his assistant. Then in the night, Santa Claus arrives on the roof on his horse with his assistant. He climbs down the chimney and leaves the presents in and around the shows. Santa Claus has a book in which he keeps all the names of the children and tells if they've been bad or good. Children are told that if they've been bad, Santa will put them in his sack and take them back to Spain. The main meal is eaten on Christmas Eve. You might start the evening with small things like crisps and mini pizzas or have a starter like soup. For the main course, popular dishes include seafood, but turkey or chicken are also popular. Ice cream cake is very popular Dessert.
France. The French celebrate Christmas through the month of December. They always give their presents to each other on 6th of December and they usually open them on New Year's Day. Also, many households usually celebrate Christmas with their families, eating an excellent meal, which is usually roast turkey and a chocolate cake. One more custom is that when children go to their bed, they put their shoes but not their socks next to their fireplace to receive the special gifts from Santa Claus. In France, a nativity crib is often used to help decorate the house. During December, some towns and cities, such as Marseille, have fairs that sell nativity figures, such as a butcher, a baker, a policeman, and a priest. The main Christmas meal, called Réveillon, is eaten on Christmas Eve. Dishes might include roast turkey or roast goose, oyster, lobster, and cheeses. For dessert, a chocolate sponge cake log, called a bûche de Noël, is normally eaten. Germany. A big part of the Christmas celebrations in Germany is Advent. In Germany, they hang up Advent wreaths of holly with 4 candles in the center. They light 1 candle every Sunday and the last one on Christmas Eve. Several different types of Advent calendars are used in German homes, as well as a traditional one made of card that is used in many countries. There are ones made out of a wreath of fir tree branches with 24 decorated boxes or bags hanging from it. Children use another Advent calendar too. At this calendar, children open 1 window every day and find a Christmas picture or a candy inside. Just a second. In some houses, a room is locked up before Christmas. On Christmas Eve, the children go to bed but are woken up at midnight by their parents and are taken to the locked room. Then, the door gets open and they see the Christmas tree with piles of parcels on little tables. Usually, boys and girls dress up as kings and carry star around the village, singing the carols and collecting money for donations. The German Christmas dinner usually includes roast goose, roast carp, and sometimes duck or pig. Typical dishes like roast potatoes and various forms of cabbage are included. Christmas in Australia. In Australia, Christmas comes at the beginning of the summer holidays. Children have their summer holidays from mid-December to early February, so some people might even go camping at Christmas. Australians hang lanterns on their front doors and sometimes go out to sing Christmas carol on Christmas Eve. People also decorate their houses and gardens with Christmas trees and Christmas lights. Neighbors sometimes have little competitions to see who has got the best light display. Now, most families like to be home together and the main meal is normally eaten at lunchtime. Most people now have a cold Christmas dinner or a barbecue with seafood, such as prawns and lobsters, along with the traditional English food.
Christmas in Italy. Christmas celebrated in Italy in a similar fashion way to other Western European countries, with a strong emphasis given to the Christian meaning of the holiday and celebrated by the Catholic Church, also reinforced by the still widespread tradition of setting up the presepe, a tradition initiated by Saint Francis of Assisi. It's quite common to attend midnight mass on Christmas Eve and practice the custom not to eat any meat. The dinner traditionally consists seafood with the first of the 7 fishes, followed by typical Italian sweets such as panettone, depending on the religion cuisine. Christmas on the 25th is celebrated with a family lunch consisting different types of meat dishes, cheese and local sweets. Christmas meal. The primo is usually a kind of soup made with pasta and boiled in meat. The secondo is very different in 2 areas. In northern Italy they usually eat poultry, often filled or roasted or boiled, seasoned with sauces like mustard. Southern Italy they eat the fried capito nail, which is typical of Christmas Eve because this is a fasting day.
in Greece. On Christmas Eve, children, especially boys, often go out singing Kalanda in the streets. They play drums and triangles as they sing. Sometimes they will also carry model boats decorated with nuts which are painted in gold. Carrying a boat is very old custom in the Greek islands. Go to Monday night mass service is very important for most Greeks. After the service, people can go home and end their Advent fast. The main Christmas meal is often lamb or pork roasted in an oven or over an open spit. It's often served with over potatoes, cheese pie, and various salads and vegetables. A popular Christmas dessert are melomacano and puayetes.
Ukraine. In Ukraine, it's hand spiders, web saint decorations on the Christmas tree. This reflects the Ukrainian legend of a poor man who didn't have enough money to decorate his tree, but when his tree didn't woke up on Christmas Day, the tree was covered with silver and gold. Also, children in Ukraine receive their Christmas presents on the 5th of December under the pillow during the Christmas night. On Christmas Eve, the households always cook feast that is served with a sauce of honey, egg white, sugar, and toasted almonds. This recipe called Holy Supper. You can't start eating the meal until the first star is seen in the sky. So people go outside as soon as it starts getting dark in the afternoon to spot the first star. The star represents the journey of a wise man to find Jesus. The main dish is often a type of a kind of sweet made of wheat. So that's how Ukrainians celebrate Christmas. Sweden. Christmas in Sweden begins with the St. Lucia ceremony, which is one of the biggest celebrations on December 13th. St. Lucia was a young Christian girl who was martyred, killed for her faith in 304 AD. The most common story told about St. Lucia is that she would secretly bring food to the persecuted Christians in Rome who lived in hiding in the catacombs under the city. She would wear candles on her head so she had both her hands free to carry things. Lucy means light, so this is a very appropriate name. Lucia's Day is now celebrated by a girl dressing in a white dress with a red sash around her waist and a crown of candles on her head. Boys are dressed as star boys in long white shirts and pointed hats. Christmas trees are usually found in Swedish homes 2 days before Christmas. Decoration may include candles, apples, and Swedish flags. The house may fill with red tulips and smells like pepperkaker, which is a hard star or God-shaped gingerbread biscuit. The Swedish Christmas dinner consists of 3 sources. The first is a variety of fish with boiled potatoes or crisp bread. The second is called outs of meat, with the Christmas ham being the most important. The third is usually a warm dish like meatballs, small fried sausages, and Gelson's crystals. Christmas in New Zealand. In New Zealand, like its neighbour Australia, Christmas comes in the middle of the summer holidays. Many people have a Christmas tree in their homes and decorate like people in the USA or UK. Many New Zealanders have a barbecue for Christmas lunch, and this is becoming more popular. The food cooked on the barbecue is often ham sliced or some other kind of exotic meat. The opening presents on Christmas Day once the whole family is all together. This is usually before Christmas lunch. New Zealand has also a famous Santa parade. Many towns have a Santa parade with decorated floats, bands, and marching girls. This can be any time from mid-November onwards and is really a commercial event but much enjoyed by all.
Christmas in Holland. Santa Claus travels with his helpers called Black Peters. When Santa Claus and the Black Peters arrive by boat, all of the local church bells ring in celebration. Santa Claus, dressed in his red robes, leads a parade through the town riding a white horse. Every town in Holland has a few Santa Claus helpers dressed the same as him who help give the presents out. Santa Claus parties are often held on St. Nicholas Eve, where treasure hunt games are played with poems and riddles giving the clues. Children follow the clues to find little presents left by Santa. Special biscuits and sweets are also eaten at the party. One type of biscuit is called letter blanket, which is made from pastry. The biscuits are made in the shapes of the first letter of the people who are at the party. Another sweet biscuit that is eaten at the parties is peppermint, which is made with cinnamon and spices in the pastry biscuit mix.
Christmas in Japan. In Japan, Christmas is known as more of the time to spread happiness rather than a religious celebration. Christmas Eve is often celebrated more than Christmas Day. Christmas Eve is thought of as a romantic day in which couples spend time together and exchange presents. In many ways, it resembles Valentine's Day celebration in the UK and USA. Young couples like to go for walks to look at the Christmas lights and have a romantic meal. A restaurant booking a table on Christmas Eve can be very difficult as it's so popular. Fried chicken is often eaten on Christmas Day. It is the busiest time of year for restaurants such as KFC, and people can place orders at their local fast food restaurant in advance. The traditional Japanese Christmas food is Christmas cake, but it's not a rich fruit cake, but is usually a sponge cake decorated with strawberries and whipped cream.
In China, only about 1% of people are Christians, so most people only know a few things about Christmas. Because of this, Christmas is only often celebrated in the major cities. In those big cities, there are Christmas trees and other decorations on the streets and on department stores. Also, Santa Claus is called Sam Dan Leoren and has grottos in shops like in Europe and America. If people have a tree in their house, it is usually a plastic one and might be decorated with paper chains, paper flower and paper lanterns. Chinese sit down with relatives to eat a large meal on Christmas Day, but it could be served at either lunch or dinner. Instead of turkey, they prepare foods such as roast barbecue pork, chicken and soup with wood ears. The meal has more in common with the Chinese New Year's banquet than the traditional Christmas dinner. And that would be the end of our project. I hope that you enjoyed as much as we did, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Μπράβο. Τέλεια.